Irish music and dance sensation A Taste of Ireland premiered off-Broadway last season, and now the show is touring the country and making a stop here in Houston tonight at the Morris Cultural Arts Center. Featuring a cast of world champion Irish dancers, musician, and contemporary vocalists, the show combines the story of Ireland's tumultuous history with live singing and dancing. Now to tell us more is a singer-songwriter, Aaron O'Grady, who performs in A Taste of Ireland. Aaron, welcome to the show.
Thank you guys so much. Really happy to be here.
You know, there is a lot, especially working with the PBS side of our whole public media world, there is a huge love for all things Irish culture, from the dance to the music and all of that. So it's a wonderful time to have you folks with us.
Oh my God, so glad to be here. That's great to know.
What do you think it is that connects with the American populace with the Irish culture?
Well, I think it kind of stems back to a lot. A lot of Irish people have emigrated throughout the years. We're kind of known as a nation of people that have loved to be in Ireland, but have also loved to leave and go kind of experience the rest of the world. So there's such a huge Irish culture already here in the US. And we have just been really touring all over. I've been with the company now for over a year. We've done Australia and New Zealand. We've been all around the US since last fall. And we have been in some small towns, and you wouldn't expect anything to happen. And out of nowhere, there's some guy from the middle of nowhere in Limerick that just happens to be there doing something. Some guy from the middle of nowhere, Ireland, is just here for the last 20 years of his life hanging out. So I really think we've just kind of extended all over the globe.
I like just hanging out.
Someone's
just here hanging out.
And you
for 20
mentioned
years.
all of these different places across the globe. And I love to ask this to performers who go on tour. What does it feel like to be performing here in Houston? Tell us a little bit about that.
So we have actually driven through Houston quite recently on our way all around Texas, because we've been all over the state. But tonight's going to be our first night actually in Houston. So I'm hugely looking forward to it. Just even the brief moments we drove past it on the highway, I looked in and I was like, okay, this seems like a city that has some stuff going on.
Yeah, and perfect weather for anything today.
Exactly.
You know what else I think is interesting? So there is Celtic Thunder, Celtic Woman. They're the singing part of it.
Right.
There's Feats of Flames and Riverdance, the dance part. You guys combine it all.
100%, yeah. We've
Talk
got
about
a huge
your
mix.
show.
So we not only, like you said, have world champion Irish dancers, but we also have 3 live musicians. Actually, right now we're touring with a slightly larger cast than usual. We have myself, and I'm playing guitar, and we also have a vocalist and a fiddle player usually. But we're now currently also joined by a banjo player who's a good friend of mine. So we're bringing really as much as we possibly can to Houston for all the big shows. They do everything bigger in Texas from what I've been told. So
we
made sure to bring the biggest group we could.
And so the idea of combining all instead of giving us just music or just dance, what was the theory behind that?
Well, it just seems like one of the best ways to get the story across. There's only so much I feel like you can gain from just hearing the songs. And even the songs have all these stories behind them, or just seeing the dance is one thing. But having both of them together really, brings across the history and the culture that we have. Because the show really starts from pre-writing era all the way through to modern day. Yeah. So it really is a taste of Ireland. It does what it says in the tin. You get every single part of history from start to finish.
So you guys were off-Broadway.
Yes.
That must have been amazing.
That was, a truly great experience. That was last March, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to keep track of where we're kind of going. Yeah, exactly. Because we've been on the road pretty much full-time since then. It's really great because a lot of these companies as well, they travel around and they do small little stints here and there. But with Taste of Ireland, we are lucky enough to be able to pretty much do this all year round. Which is perfect.
So what we're seeing here in town is the off-Broadway production.
Yes, exactly.
And
we do also have a Christmas show, but
also a Christmas show.
So we're not doing that right now, but you are seeing the same show as from off-Broadway.
Now, are you from obviously
yes.
your accent, but
he's from New Jersey.
I know, right? I'm from New Jersey. So how much time do you spend in Ireland and how much in the United States?
So it's a bit of a mix. So I'm from County Cork in the very south of Ireland. It's known as the real capital of Ireland, as we like to call it, but not many people agree with that. Nonetheless.
Let's get political.
Yeah, exactly. There's just a little rivalry there with Dublin, but we'll just ignore that. So I spent actually a lot of my time on the road. So I am home as much as I can be. I was actually home just earlier this year in January, I believe, for 3 or 4 weeks.
It's a blur for you, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of hard. You kind of sit there and you're like, oh yeah, I think I spoke to my mom recently. And you're like, oh, I guess it's been 3 or 4 weeks. I should probably give her a call.
Call your mother.
Call your mother now.
I mentioned Celtic Thunder, and people that know me from PBS know I've spent a lot of time with them. I've done their pledge shows. I know the whole group. I got the privilege of going over to Ireland to shoot a special with them. My Lord, what a beautiful country.
Oh, yeah.
People say that about every place, but let me tell you, going to Ireland, it's just so lush, so warm. The people are fabulous. It's really an amazing place.
Yeah, I'm obviously a bit biased, but I do love home. I don't get to go as often as I'd like to be just because we spend so much time on the road, but every time I get back there, it is a nice peaceful feeling. You're kind of like, okay, yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be.
So what's your take traveling the countryside of the U.S.? What do you see?
I've been loving it. Also, like this weather we're having right now is not weather I ever would expect to have at
Me
this time
either.
of the year. So this is kind of crazy.
Don't get used to it. You're lucking
Okay,
out.
sounds good.
It is so cool. So tell people one more time what they can expect to see tonight when they come out to hear you.
So
and see
hopefully
you.
we'll see everybody out there tonight. We'll fill up the Morris Cultural Arts Centre. But you guys are going to be seeing some fantastic Irish dancing, some really quick feet. If you can kind of keep track of those beats, you'll be very, very impressed. Lots of sing-along songs. If you know any Irish songs at all, then you're going to probably recognize a few of these. And if you don't, they're pretty easy to pick up and sing along with.
To find out more information, where can people go?
You can go to atasteofirelandshow.com.
Perfect.
Aaron O'Grady is a singer, songwriter performing in A Taste of Ireland. Aaron, thanks so much for joining us today
Thanks
on
for having
Hello
me.
Houston.
Yeah.